Death is nothing to us, for when we exist, death is not present, and when death is present, we no longer exist. Of all the things which wisdom acquires to produce the happiness of the whole life, far the greatest is friendship. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one and the same. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. Pleasure is the beginning and the end of the blessed life, but it is the absence of pain in the body and disturbance in the soul. When we say that pleasure is the end, we do not mean the pleasures of the prodigal or the pleasures of sensuality. Natural justice is a pledge of reciprocal usefulness, neither to harm one another nor be harmed. Of desires, some are natural and necessary, some natural but not necessary, and some neither natural nor necessary. A free life cannot acquire many possessions, because this is not easy to do without servitude to mobs or monarchs. The wealth demanded by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth demanded by vain ideals extends to infinity. Nothing is sufficient for the person who finds sufficiency too little. We must not ruin what we have by desiring what we have not, but remember that what we now have was once among the things hoped for. The greatest fruit of self-sufficiency is freedom. Accustom yourself to believe that death is nothing to us, for all good and evil consist in sensation. It is impossible to live a pleasant life without living wisely, honorably, and justly. The just man is most free from disturbance, while the unjust is full of the utmost disturbance. Empty is the argument of the philosopher which does not relieve any human suffering. We should look to the end of all actions, and to the clear view of things, otherwise everything is filled with uncertainty and confusion. He who understands the limits of life knows how easy it is to obtain what removes pain and fear. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fear, reaching always toward the future. It is better to endure misfortune wisely than to enjoy prosperity foolishly. No pleasure is a bad thing in itself, but the means by which some pleasures are reached bring troubles many times greater. Courage does not come from loud ambition, but from the quiet mastery of fear. The happiness of life depends upon the quality of our thoughts and the calm of our desires. Prudence is a more valuable thing than philosophy itself, for from prudence spring all other virtues. We must laugh and philosophize at the same time, because both are necessary for happiness. The greatest fear of men is not pain, but the false beliefs they hold about gods and death. He who has peace of mind disturbs neither himself nor another. Friendship dances around the world, bidding us all awaken to the recognition of happiness. Continuous drinking and revelry do not produce a pleasant life, but sober reasoning does. One must judge pleasures by their consequences, not by their intensity. The wise man does not deprecate life nor fear the cessation of life. Self-sufficiency is the greatest wealth and the foundation of freedom. It is impossible to banish fear unless we understand the nature of the universe. The calm of the soul arises from knowing the limits of desire. Pleasure, when unchecked, becomes the source of pain. We choose some pains in order to avoid greater pains. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you lack. A tranquil mind is the highest form of pleasure attainable by human beings.